So this is just a matter of when instead of if now. It's just yeah, all the signs are pointing to Isak signing for Liverpool. And look, unless Newcastle have an ace up their sleeve, unless another team comes in like with some serious bread, it's looking like Isak is going to be going to Liverpool. I mean, well, earlier today with the break-in, Isak has informed Newcastle of his desire to explore a move this summer. Club aware of players' plans and will not decide out the move, as Craig Hope reports. Newcastle have restarted exploring a move for a top striker in the market. And then Ornstein also hit us with Isak wants to leave Newcastle United. Absence from Celtic friendly Asia Tour. 25 euros preference. Newcastle keen for Sweden international striker to stay on improved deal, but also exploring potential replacements. So, yeah, he's basically told Newcastle, I want to be out of here. I want to have an opportunity, to go somewhere else and go win. I mean, and look, I can't even blame the guy to an extent. Like, for Newcastle to be rejected by everybody damn near this summer, it doesn't scream ambition. It doesn't scream you're going to be going anywhere fast. It doesn't scream you're going to be doing much, really. I mean, Cunha, Mbuemo, Ormbumo, Joao Pedro, Liam Delap. It's just a lot of people are rejecting you, yo. And for someone like Isak, is going to look at this and go, honestly, it looks like Liverpool are rebuilding a crazy team out there, and I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of a dynasty that potentially can go back-to-back Premier League titles, compete in the Champions League. And for me, I've always maintained that this just didn't make any sense for Newcastle to sell him. They're not actively looking to sell him, but I will do everything in my power for him to stay, because I'm telling you, Newcastle are going to struggle. They're looking at bringing in, Wissa. They're looking at bringing in Sesko, but I don't think those two give you half of what, Isak offers to that team. It's not even just about the numbers. It's not even about the body. It's just about the complement. It's how Isak just complements this team. It's almost like Isak being available just lets this team feel unbeatable. It's that aura, if I want to use that term. And it's just losing him to Liverpool or anybody else is just going to be catastrophic. And then especially to Liverpool, like, not only did Liverpool call your bluff, they got the replacement you wanted to get for Isak, and now they're coming to get Isak as well. And we all know, potentially, Isak probably wants to go to Liverpool. Maybe not just exclusively Liverpool, but he's going to prioritize Liverpool. Because then why would you come out now saying you want to dip? It makes no sense. And like other people have said this too. All these big teams have made their signings. But clearly, Liverpool, after dropping close to 95 million euros on Ekitike, are like, yeah, it don't matter. We want Isak as well. And they have the money to do it. So it's just, it's going to be crazy, man. That Liverpool team is going to be dangerous. Chelsea were linked to Isak for like 15, 20 minutes. Fabrizio came in and just squashed that report. Chelsea are not looking to sign Isak. They're now working on Isak. They're happy with the strikers they have. Just kill that. Sky Cover also came out saying Chelsea don't like their name being linked to transfers they're not looking at, because then people are just using the name to, hike up the prices, fares. But, for me, this is the kind of deal you just put your name in the hat for. Like, this is what you call a market opportunity. Like, the price is not going to be 25 M's, 30 M's. But this is an actual opportunity that you can look at. You know, like when we signed Joao Pedro, Maresca said Jackson is only a 9, Delap is a 9, Joao Pedro is one of the guys who can play across the front. So with that being said, if you can somehow get rid of Jackson, who looks like he's on the market, even despite the fact that Chelsea is saying he's not for sale, you can get Jackson as part of any kind of deal to Newcastle. And I'm pretty sure they'll rather deal with us than Liverpool anyway. Like, you got to save face. You got to be able to play hardball, you know? But the problem is, if Isak goes, Liverpool is just the only one I want to go to, then that's it. But it's sad that us being linked with him only lasted for about like 15 to 20 minutes. But this is the kind of, needle mover that you can definitely add to a team and you'll be solid. You bring Isak into this team, you're minimum going to come second or even win the league. But it's also about the other intangibles. You're going to get that money back because you're always going to be qualifying for the Champions League. Yes, granted, we have a team right now that's looking like it's just going to go from strength to strength to strength. But you add that cherry on top of the ice, on that cherry on top of the cake, Isak and Delap as your number 9s, Pedro as your utility player. You're cool. Like, you're comfortable. But anyway, he's not going to come to Chelsea. It's looking like, so let's even forget about that. But the implications for this deal is now Liverpool have to go out. No, Newcastle have to go out and find replacements. I always said, Isak is the only striker they have. Selling him is just not going to look great. But I guess in this situation, if they sell him to Liverpool, you get the money. You can buy Sesko, you can buy Wissa, you can look at other potential additions you want to bring into this team, right? So then that brings us to Newcastle looking at Sesko. Understand Newcastle are ready to present their project to Benjamin Sesko as they want to go big. Proposal to the player also being prepared as Newcastle sees Sesko as a deal striker in case Isak leaves, as he wants to. As revealed earlier, Newcastle are very keen on Sesko. And then again, reported by David Ornstein as well, Newcastle exploring a move for Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig in case Isak leaves. 22-year-old forward subject of long-standing Newcastle interest, plus a top target should Isak depart. Deal challenging from financial perspective. Yes, we've already seen how much, Leipzig have been basically pricing Sesko throughout the summer. Arsenal moved away from him because, it just was too much of an expensive package. United have been rumored to be linked with him as well, but is he going to go to United? Maybe, maybe not. They don't have Champions League to offer, and they're also looking at Watkins. They're being linked to Nicholas Jackson. So United have their own targets. But it's just, look, at this point, it's looking like the inevitable is going to happen. Isak is going to go to Liverpool, and that's just going to be it. It's going to be peak for the whole league. And that's just, it's nothing we could do, we definitely want to be in the conversations for players like this because it's just, you have to, but clearly his preference is going to be Liverpool. Let's see what happens in the next couple of days, weeks, but this deal is probably going to advance pretty quickly, and Isak is probably going to be through the door, but what a signing is going to be for Liverpool, man. Yeah, this is annoying. Can't even lie. It's very, very annoying because they look like they were gonna challenge and probably win the league again. Adding Isak just makes it go from winning the league to probably doing a double, treble. We don't know, but yeah, Liverpool are really cooking this summer. Can't even hate, man. I respect it. You got to spend money to make money. You got to spend money to win. And Liverpool clearly are double down in on that memo this summer. We're spending. We want it. We're going to strengthen even more. And we're going to go again. Can't even hate from outside of the club. I can get in, though, because you know how Chelsea moves. But yeah, this one is a bit annoying. Like the video, sub to the channel, hop in the comments. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.